food plot project right here. Last year there was a lot of good bucks using this area for a couple scrapes that are back behind me there. They weren't really using it for food. I planted Deadly Dozen in here. To say I was not impressed is an understatement. So we are going to redo this plot this year. Large screening program going to be put in, planting clover and chicory, a spring mix. I may add a nurse crop of wheat. I may not quite sure on that yet. I'll make that decision here in the coming days when I plant. Today is all about marking stumps, cutting down trees that have fallen into the food plot, clearing off the ground a little bit. I might get 1 or 2 of them tilled up with the tiller. It's starting to die. You can see it's really green here because I just sprayed that 3 days ago, but that area right there completely dead because I sprayed it last week. That's for my screening. I have to get the screening in the ground this week in order for it to achieve that 10 to 12 feet that I want. We're going to utilize screening a lot this year to try to funnel some deer where we want them to go. Ag beans this year. Last year our ag beans died. This year they should be doing really good. They're already popping up out of the ground. Should be a good crop of ag beans. And once those are harvested, winter wheat is getting planted this year. So come November or come December, January into February, there should be a layer of green wheat popping up in these fields hopefully. So we have plenty of food for the whole season.
The lake plot, as it's now known, was the very first food plot we ever planted on the farm back in 2016. Back in those days, it was our favorite place to hunt during the rut, and we had many good hunts over the years from the tree stand that's still there to this day. As I mentioned in the video already, this area of the farm saw a resurgence in activity during the rut last season. So having an attractive food plot here is a top priority for the year.
All right guys, here at the lake plot right now. I sprayed this plot twice this spring already. Once with a hand sprayer, once with the pull behind ATV sprayer. I came up here and did a lot of work with the tiller the other day, but there was a stubborn patch in the middle here. And it extends down that way. A stubborn patch of grass, tall grass. It was probably 4 feet tall when I sprayed it. So I ended up mowing it off and hitting it with the disc right now. So I'm going to chop it up with the disc before coming and going back over it again with the tiller. Kind of a process this year for the food plots. I don't usually do spring plots, so fighting these weeds is taking a little bit longer than normal, but that's okay. I enjoy doing it. It's beautiful weather out. It's probably close to 90 degrees right now, May 21st. So we're getting all this food plotting done. I want to get my screen in the ground tomorrow if possible, so we'll see how much I can get done in the next couple days, and hopefully it comes out good. All right. The lake plot, as we call it, is tilled and ready for seed. You can see it out behind me here. Sorry about the wind. Weather's actually quite beautiful today. It was supposed to be really hot, but we have good cloud cover. This was actually the very first plot we ever planted on the farm many years ago, and it's had a bunch of different versions since. But I planted that Big and Beastie, and I had some existing clover last year, and it just didn't do very well. So we're doing a complete reset, clover and chicory. We're planting Domain, is the company we're using this year, Domain seeds. And I'm gonna do a large screening along the edge of this bean field here to try to funnel the deer into our shooting lanes. Should be a pretty good spot. All right guys, getting ready to put the last of the hot chick from Domain in the ground. It's the clover chicory blend I'm using this year. We're gonna get the cultipacker out here soon with the tractor and push it down and then add our deer grow. The soil turned out real nice here. And there was a good number of mature bucks that were using this food plot last year during the rut when it was only, I'd say, 25% of the potential it could be. So this year we're hoping for that 100% potential, good clover chicory base, good screening, good soybeans out here. Got a couple mock scrapes, and I'm actually going to add a small mineral lick right there on that stump and leave an opening so they can get out to the beans. Probably place a blind within 25 yards for a shot if they use that gap. Pretty excited for this one. There's going to be a lot of screening on this plot, the Egyptian wheat. You guys want to see what catastrophe looks like? Something ain't right down there. Drain plug's as tight as it goes, but we're losing a ton of fertilizer, liquid fertilizer, right out the bottom of this tank. So I'm gonna have to hurry up and get it up there and spray it quick. Just deal with the losses. $45 worth of fertilizer just draining out into the garden right now.